Terence Crawford, pound for pound, number 2 probably in Oleksandr.
Oleksandr Usyk made headlines by joining Terence Crawford's training camp, choosing to work alongside the pound-for-pound champion instead of linking up with Canelo Alvarez. The move speaks volumes. Usyk has a history of surrounding himself with elite fighters, and by training with Crawford, he's sending a clear message about who he believes represents the very best in boxing today. Although Oleksandr Usyk often avoids the spotlight, he has openly referred to Terence Crawford as the true #1 in the sport. That's exactly why he chose to train with Crawford instead of Canelo Alvarez. Usyk has always valued working with the sharpest boxing minds and most refined skill sets, showing his respect for genuine greatness rather than promotional hype.
Who's the best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European.
No, world. Best fighter
World.
in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not
No?
the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, #1, yeah?
Yeah.
What stands out most is how much that respect motivates Crawford in return. He openly admitted that training with Usyk boosted his confidence, showing the admiration was not just one-sided. Usyk's belief has a way of fueling champions, and by working with Crawford instead of Canelo, he made clear who he sees as operating at the very highest level of the sport. It's a case of true warriors sharpening each other.
People put him above you on pound-for-pound rankings. What was it about Usyk? Usyk, yeah. What was it about his performance that kind of made you humbly kind of like, hey, if people have him above me, they do?
No, it's an opinion. Usyk is a great fighter, and he's done.
Oscar may raise doubts about Crawford's size, but the reality speaks louder. Usyk chose to train with Crawford, not Canelo. That decision itself is a powerful statement of respect for Crawford's skill and brilliance. Usyk has always valued sharp technique over sheer physical advantages, and his choice highlights where true greatness lies in today's boxing landscape.
Is that Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring!
Joe Rogan adds credibility to the discussion, praising Usyk's instinct for recognizing true talent. Rogan emphasized that Usyk consistently aligns himself with the sharper fighter, not just the bigger one. By training alongside Crawford, Usyk demonstrated that he values skill and intelligence over physical size. His decision to back Crawford instead of Canelo highlights Usyk's ability to recognize greatness before most others do.
Training, your technical training, everything's got to come together.
Everything. But when you, and it's crazy because like in the past interviews, I was like, man, Canelo too big, man. It's weight classes for a reason.
Lennox Lewis expressed genuine surprise at Crawford's discipline, sharpness, and ring intelligence. For Athi, a former heavyweight champion, to offer that level of praise carries serious weight. In that light, Usyk's decision to train with Crawford appears even wiser. He aligned himself with a fighter preparing with intent and focus, not with excuses. That level of commitment is exactly why many now see Crawford as fully capable of breaking down Canelo.
Stay at the top and be at the top. He moves very well. He's a very elusive mover, and his work rate is high.
I won't ask you who's going to win the fight because I know it's a question you've probably been asked a million times, but I will ask you, do you think this fight goes the distance, or do you think this fight ends inside the distance?
Interesting.
Terence Crawford and his trainer, Brian, have made it clear that the fight will be nothing short of a battlefield. Crawford emphasized that any respect shown in training camp vanishes the second the opening bell sounds. His work alongside Usyk was about sharpening skills through tough preparation, but when fight night arrives, It's war.
Well, I can tell you like this. I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say he hasn't fought nobody, or everybody that he fought was a no-name. But I'm going to tell you like this, what Crawford said.
Carl Froch issued a clear warning about the risks Terence Crawford faces. While Froch admires Crawford's brilliance and fearless reputation, he pointed out that stepping in against a naturally bigger fighter like Canelo Alvarez is still a massive gamble. He explained that even with Crawford's skill set, the fight could swing either way. That's why Usyk's choice to prepare alongside Crawford is so significant. He didn't seek comfort or certainty. Instead, he aligned himself with a man willing to chase the impossible. For Usyk, it reflects the same mindset that fueled his own success: courage, hunger, and the drive to defy the odds. Froch calls it a super fight, but for Usyk, it's also a mirror, because in Crawford, he sees the same relentless spirit that defines champions.
He has passed his best. He's had over 65, made a fortune. Why is he even still fighting? But this is a super fight against Crawford. But it could go wrong for him.
Tyson Fury also weighed in, sharing his thoughts on Usyk's bold decision and the meaning behind it. Even Fury, never shy with opinions, gave credit to Usyk's approach. He explained that Usyk always seems to align himself with the right people, and by joining Crawford's camp instead of Canelo's, he once again showed his sharp understanding of the sport. While Fury respects both fighters, his comments hinted at something bigger: the spectacle this matchup represents. Two contrasting styles, two elite athletes, but only one chosen by Usyk. And that endorsement carries weight. Usyk doesn't give praise freely. Training with Crawford wasn't just about preparation. It was a statement. It showed that, in Usyk's eyes, true greatness is built on skill over size and on discipline rather than physical stature. That's the kind of vision only champions of champions recognize.
Terence Crawford wanting to fight Canelo Alvarez, moving up 3 weight classes. What do you make of it, and is it a good idea for him to do that?
I think it's a good fight. I think, listen, everybody can do what they want to do, and if he believes in himself, then go for it. Why not? I think he's an awesome fighter. Both of them are. Both of them are exceptional fighters, and I would be one of the people paying for a pay-per-view to watch it. I don't really have a favourite. I like both fighters. Both very different skill fighters in their own ways.
Duke McKenzie's analysis is revealing. He notes that Crawford isn't shaken by the idea of moving up 2 weight divisions. Instead, Crawford treats it as an advantage, gaining strength without losing his trademark sharpness. That calm confidence is exactly why Usyk chose to align with him in training camp. Usyk understands that greatness isn't about size or weight, but about a fighter's mindset and willingness to venture into new territory. McKenzie also reminds fans of something often overlooked. Defeating Canelo doesn't have to mean a knockout. Victory can come through ring IQ, speed, and discipline, qualities that Crawford has in abundance. Usyk witnessed this mental toughness firsthand, and it impressed him more than Canelo's reputation ever could. McKenzie isn't just predicting a close contest, he's highlighting Crawford's mental edge, and that edge is precisely what Usyk values most.
Okay, but there's not a difference in class, in my opinion, in this fight. Canelo is not head and shoulders above Crawford in terms of class. If there is a class difference, it'll be in Crawford's favour. I think Crawford's much more classier.
Baum breaks it down simply. Crawford feels no pressure. While others debate size, weight, and odds, he focuses on what he does best: his rhythm, his style, his fight. That unwavering self-belief is exactly what Usyk respects, which explains why he chose to train with Crawford instead of Canelo. Usyk knows that true champions don't get swayed by noise or hype. They prepare, execute, and perform. Baum's insight highlights Crawford's focus, and when Usyk joined the camp, he wasn't just helping refine skills, he was endorsing that mindset. The message is clear: Crawford doesn't need to adjust for Canelo. Canelo must adjust for him. Usyk's presence reinforces that confidence, showing he aligns himself with fighters who excel under pressure and remain unaffected by outside opinions.
Rather than maybe boxing. No, I don't think there's no pressure on Terence, because Terence will fight the way that he's used to fighting. So by saying all that stuff that Turkey say or anybody else say, that doesn't bother Terence not one bit. You know, we train for one way, the way we're going to fight, and that's the way we're going to get the job done.
Teddy Atlas hits the nail on the head. While Canelo is undeniably great, Crawford is something special. That's exactly why Usyk chose to train alongside him. This specialness isn't measured in titles or accolades, it's in intangibles like drive, mental toughness, and sheer willpower. Usyk, whose own legacy was built on discipline and belief, recognizes those qualities in Crawford. Atlas even raises a bold point. Could Canelo be slightly overrated? A question many fans quietly ponder, but few voice publicly. Crawford's greatness comes not from size or power, but from his mindset, the very trait Atlas emphasizes. Usyk understands that it's these unseen qualities, not raw strength, that win the biggest fights. By aligning himself with Crawford, he's sending a clear message. True greatness is defined by skill, focus, and mental fortitude. It's a daring choice that challenges Canelo's aura while highlighting Crawford's rise.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from.
Robert Garcia brings up an important concern. Could moving up in weight blunt Crawford's most dangerous tools? It's a valid question. However, Usyk's choice to train alongside Crawford speaks volumes. He witnessed firsthand that Crawford's speed, precision, and sharpness remain intact despite the added size. Skills don't disappear. Champions adapt. Where critics see risk, Usyk sees evolution. A fighter honing his abilities for a bigger stage. That's why he chose Crawford over Canelo. For Usyk, brains, adaptability, and technical mastery outweigh brute strength. Garcia's caution is understandable, but the experience in camp proves that Crawford can carry his style upward, maintaining sharp footwork and crisp combinations. To Usyk, that's the true measure of greatness.
I think Crawford's skills, we give Crawford a chance because we know how good he is, how, you know, his skills, his speed, his combinations. But if he's gaining so much weight, he might not be able to do those. He might not be able to have those same skills when it comes to his speed, his footwork.
This is where it all comes full circle. Usyk's decision to train with Terence Crawford instead of Canelo Alvarez is more than just a camp choice. It's a statement. A man who consistently aligns himself with the sharpest talent, deliberately chose a fighter willing to move up 2 divisions, chasing greatness against the odds. That hunger is exactly what Usyk respects, as it mirrors his own journey through the sport. The stakes are enormous. If Crawford defeats Canelo, it solidifies his place as a pound-for-pound king, and Usyk's foresight in backing him will appear prophetic. But if Canelo shocks the world, questions will arise. Did Crawford overreach? Did Usyk expose cracks in either fighter's game? Either way, the bigger point remains. Usyk chooses skill, discipline, and courage over sheer size. This fight isn't just about belts. It's about legacy. Now the question is, do you think Usyk made the right call supporting Crawford, or will Canelo prove the doubters wrong on fight night? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate is just getting started.